Okay, let's take a look at how to use the pen tool to get this girl out of her background. I'm going to grab the pen tool. Its shortcut is the letter P, and I'm going to click right there. And I think I'll zoom in pretty close so you can see what I'm doing. And so the trick to using the pen tool is to click and then drag if you want a curve. And then I've found the best thing, this next handle here is pointing where the curve is going to go, and most of the time it's wrong. So I'm going to hold my Option key on a Mac, Alt key on a PC, and you'll notice that the cursor changes to having a little caret symbol by it, and I'm just going to click, and that will get rid of the forward handle. And then I can come and say, okay, I think I can come clear around here, and I'll click and I will drag. And if you're just a couple pixels in, that's not a problem. I'm going to Option or Alt click again. Command Z when you do the oops. And I'll click my next and pull. Option click, Alt click. That can be just a straight line. I think I can go clear up to here. Pull out a curve, getting close to the edge but not going out into the white. Alt, Option click, and then I'll come up to here. That one's a little too far out there. You can see some white, so I'm just going to use my right arrow key to move that in. I didn't have to drag since that's a straight line. I'm going to click and drag out, get that curve there. Option or Alt click again, whoops. You have to be really careful to actually get there. Now if I hold my Command or Control key down, I can click on that and say, well, I'd like to move that in just a little bit using my arrow keys. When I get to her hair, this needs to be, the flyaway hair needs to be done with Selective Mask. And so I'm just going to come inside the hair, making sure all the little white spaces are outside of my line there. And now I'll go across and close the loop. All right, so now I have a path of the girl. And remember, the white is going to be selected, the gray will not be selected. The white will remain showing, whatever's gray here will not show. Work path can be replaced with a name. And I will click OK. Now, we have this piece that needs to come out of the middle, and so I'm going to click to begin a new path here, but then I'm going to come up and say I'd like to subtract this from the front shape. And so then I'll okay, well, now you'll notice that over here we have the shape cut out, and that's great. So I'm going to Command or Control 0 to zoom back out. And I am going to Command or Control click on this thumbnail, which will turn this into marching ants. I could have also just clicked down here on this icon, but now I'll go back to the layers and I will add a mask. All right. So now what I need to do is I need to finesse some areas where I'm missing some hair here. I've got a little white space there. And so I'm going to go into my Quick Select tool and I'm going to choose Select and Mask. And I'm going to grab this second brush right here and make my brush quite a bit smaller. And I'll just kind of go along wherever there was some white fringing showing there. All right, trying to keep the brush going right along the edge. A little bit right there on the hand. A little bit right there on the elbow. Just a touch right there around the guitar. And a little bit right there. Now where the hair was, I'm just going to come in with a slightly bigger brush and grab that hair that was outside of the selection. Now one of the things I can do is I can click this Decontaminate Colors over here. If it's not showing, just do this reveal arrow by the output settings and click Decontaminate Colors. And then you can adjust the amount over here, kind of watching where the fringing is. You can shift the edge in just a little bit if you want. So you can play with those two settings until you get a pretty nice result there. Then you want to output it either to a new layer with a layer mask, or you can even do it to a new document if you wanted to. But I'm going to click OK, and there we have it.